Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing great today. Today I'm going to be reacting to Marina's album Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land. So this is the newest album that she's done new songs on. I personally don't have the physical copy of it, but I've got it on Spotify. So I'm going to say all of the songs and then I'm going to say my favorites and what I think she's trying to say in some of the lyrics and why I like the particular ones. And then I'm going to also suggest some people to the album that they might like based on the genre. So this album is very catchy for the most part, quite typical Marina. I would say that it has the persona old-fashioned look of Electra Heart, but just less blonde and always perfect. But it's got that vintage look to it, like she kind of had in that album. But then it has the sound of Fruit within it, where there's like a lot of drums, but then there's still obviously electronic pop sounds. So I would say that that would be the sound and the look that is quite similar to her past albums. So Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land, there's two versions of it. There's a deluxe version and then there's an original version. I personally haven't listened to the deluxe version, so I'm only going to react to the original version. So I've got it up on my computer, so if I'm going to look this way, it means that I'm reading the titles. So there's 10 songs, and the first one is the title name, Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land. Venus Flytrap, Man's World, Purge the Poison, Highly Emotional People, America, Pandora's Box, I Love You But I Love Me More, Flowers, and Goodbye. So with this, because there's only 10 songs on the original one, I only have 5 favourites. That's quite normal for me, but that's like half the album, but I'm going to say them anyway. So my first one is actually the first track and also the title of the album, Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land. So this beat that they have on the first track is very catchy, but at the same time it's very lyrical. She basically uses lyrics to encourage originality and not to be like everyone else. And she actually says that within the title, which I think is really great. So the lyrics are very much encouraging everyone to be themselves. And there's a lyric that says, "You don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to fit into the norm. You are not here to conform." And my next one is Purge the Poison. So Purge the Poison is very similar to the first one when it comes to the beat. It's very catchy. But the lyrics is very similar as well. But the difference with the lyrics is this one is all about thinking about society and what we have been told in our society about how the world works, how we treat people, and basically saying if what we've been told hurts people, then we should undo it and actually correct it to the point where we don't harm anyone anymore. So, and she talks about Marina has always spoke about body image and like depression. So she talks about the things that pop culture doesn't want to highlight. It's one of the reasons why I like her. She talks, like, there's a lyric in there where she specifically talks about Britney Spears and how we objectified her body and her looks. And it goes, 2007, when size zero was the change, Britney shaved her head and all we did was call her craze. So basically, that is saying that at that time it was very popular to be size zero. But also, within that time of Britney Spears, when she shaved her head, we didn't have a lot of sympathy for her as a country. We just said that she was crazy when she was going through a lot. The next one is Highly Emotional People. So, this one's completely different to the other two. Highly Emotional People is very slow and very atmospheric when it comes to the music. And the lyrics are about basically thinking about emotions, and that some people make it so if they don't feel anything, then it makes them better. Like, the less they feel, the better of a human being they are. And in the lyrics, she's basically saying, no, human beings are meant to feel emotions, and it's okay if you do. It's more than okay. And I really liked that. And there's lyrics that she puts in there where she kind of pieces together karma and how the world works. There's a lyric in there that I like where she sings, life is a game that the universe made. We are the pieces in a puzzle called fate. Sorry. So I like that. The fact that she's like, life is a game that the universe makes. And I think that's really true. And I do believe in fate somewhat. So I like that she mentioned that as well. So my next one is I love you, but I love me more. So this one is, again, very catchy like the first two. But when it begins, it has kind of like an old-fashioned teleprompter sounding feel to it. And I really like that beginning bit where it makes that noise. And then it's very catchy. It has like a very, I wouldn't say heavy drum beat, but like infectious drum beat. But then the lyrics are very like, screw you, I like you, but I like me more. So it's very of a place of I found my self-worth. And even though I like you, I like me more, and I know that you're bad for me, which I really like. So I like the fact that it's catchy, but I like the lyrics more. The next one is the last track, which is Goodbye. And the fact that it says goodbye and it's the last track, to me, it makes like really good sense. The fact that it does say that, it says goodbye and it's the last track. So this one is very similar to Highly Emotional People when it comes to the slowness and the fact that there's only really a piano and violins to it, to the sound. But what I like about the lyrics with this song is she accepts that the person who she used to be was needed at the time, and she looks at it through a positive perspective where it's like a lot of people, when they think about their past selves, they get like embarrassed or humiliated, where with this song she actually highlights the past and say, you were a good friend to me and you were needed at the time, but now I'm going to say goodbye because I have changed, but I'll never forget you, my friend. I'm quoting some bits of lyrics within the song there. So I think that's a really good attitude to have, that you should never hate the phases that you went through in your life because it was what was needed. And to look at it through a perspective as in, you were a good friend, but now I'm going to say goodbye and move on, is a really good perspective to me. Something as well that I want to mention, with the videos that's in here, I think there's about 4 or 5 videos that have the album songs on them. All of them have a very colourful vibe to them, and almost all of them have a vintage vibe to them. I would say probably 60s and 70s. So, you know, I would say that the sound is very typical Marina. So if you like catchy pop music that has a lyrical content and a lyrical message to your music, then I would recommend you listening to that. But the only thing I would say that is different about this album from the other ones that she's done is that she has had a vintage look to her music videos. So if you specifically want to look at her videos and kind of listen to the songs that's within this album with the videos, then I would recommend anyone that's into vintage styles, when it comes to just the looks, I would recommend people specifically watch this album then, and the videos to it. Right guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land from Marina. If you have heard of this album or heard any other Marina albums, let me know down below, and let me know which ones that you like and dislike. If you want to contact me on my Twitter accounts, on my other YouTube channel where I talk about my experience as a gay guy, or where I talk about politics or what I've witnessed within the community that I think are toxic or right for the community, then I'll link that down below as well. Like I say, if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe, and love you guys.